Hello and welcome to our weekly Wellness Wednesday Conversations to Raise Vibrations. My name is Lisa Kelly and the beautiful Elvira Hopper, as always. If you're joining us live on our Facebook group, please jump in the comments who you are if you haven't given StreamYard permission. If you are watching this later, just hit hashtag replay. And as always, we love your comments and your feedback. So please, join in the conversation. We love this. We really do want this to be sort of a back and forth, even though we can't see you, but we really do appreciate all the amazing support we've been getting. And we are now going into our second week of our brand new YouTube channel, Conversations to Raise Vibrations. So if you are catching this on YouTube, we love you so much and we are so grateful you're here. And if you feel aligned, and only if you feel aligned, please, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because we are taking this globally, sister. Right?
We have taken it globally, sister.
Yes. We have taken it globally. Thank you for correcting me. But yes, it is so exciting. And even if you watch this on Facebook, we would love it if you would jump over to YouTube, please, and like, share, and subscribe. I know some of you have put it onto your Facebook, your own personal Facebook for us, and we appreciate that and love you so much for it. And Janet, of course, is joining us live.
Hello, beautiful.
Just adore Janet jumping on.
We
so
do. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We love Janet.
So to kick off, as always, we talk about, this is the conversations to always raise vibrations, raise consciousness on this planet. And today, the beautiful Elvira has come with a very juicy topic. So I'm going to let Elvira introduce this one.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. How many do we have now on YouTube? How many subscribers are there?
When I checked, there was 50.
50. Okay. No, there's actually more. There's like 56 or something. I don't know. Check as I'm talking and let us know. Yeah, it's very exciting. So you know what? I just want to give you a shout out, Lisa, because you have an incredible group of 17,000 plus women internationally. 18. Oh my God. Congratulations. You are on freaking fire, sister. Your group is so popular. Why? Because of you, because of your vibration, because you want to help elevate the vibrations on the planet with women over 40 who are starting over, who are ready to rock their act 2. So I love that you renamed the group, and I want to invite anybody who's watching on YouTube to hop onto Facebook, join Lisa's group, request to join her group, because then you can join us live and you can actually, partake in the conversation. And then you can watch it later on YouTube as well. So I just want to put that out. Lisa didn't ask me to do this. I just feel that it would be beautiful to have more amazing people on her group that can have exposure to all her beautiful people. There's some beautiful coaches there doing amazing things, and healers. And, Lisa and I are both coaches and healers, and it's not just about us. It's about all of us helping humanity together to raise the vibrations on the planet. So just had to give you that shout out.
We are better together. So
we are better together. That should be your tagline. We are better together. I love that.
No competition at all.
No,
right?
No, that's scarcity thinking. There is no competition. We live in an abundant universe, and there is enough for everyone. That 100%. Is what I believe. Yeah.
I just want to say, before you start, I just want to welcome. We've got Tori Jo. I just was chatting with Tori Jo.
Love her.
So I love Tori Jo, and she says you are extremely powerful, Lisa. Oh my gosh, thank you.
She is totally. Thank you. I hope I'm powerful too, Tori Jo. You're powerful.
Of course you are. We are all powerful.
Yes,
right?
We are.
And the other thinking is scarcity as well. And Joanne, welcome. So thank you. And to all those that are joining us, welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you guys. Oh, no. It's fantastic. Yes. And you are powerful. And that's how you've attracted 18,000 women in your group, because these are women that are here to do the inner work, to take care of themselves. I'm going to use my word, to love their vibe so that they can truly live in a higher vibration and attract better things to them. so
Yes.
that they can live the life of their dreams, so that they can live why they were brought here in this lifetime. So I want that for everybody in this group. And I know you do, Lisa. And I just love that we're able to have this show and be able to take it outside of your group as well. So anyway, thank you. Thank you. Thank
Me
you.
too. And just so to answer your question, there are 57 subscribers.
57 subscribers. Yay. Please share. If you're getting value from this, please share with
Yes.
women. You know what? Men are watching this too, which is really cool. I have some men friends in my group that are saying, wow, this content is great. Right. So it's just, I love it. So, heart-centered men who know that they're here to be more, to do more, to be more themselves, right? Get aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed, right? So anyway, I'm just so honored that I get to do this with you. It's just so freaking cool. So yay. All right. So the
And one
thing,
day, because we live
yes.
so
Oh,
close,
please
I'm
go ahead. Yeah,
interrupting
yeah.
you,
Okay.
but because we live so close,
Mhm.
one day we need to sit together and actually do
Yes.
this,
Right?
right?
That'll be great. That'll be great. We'll look forward to that. Yes.
Yeah.
Things to look forward to post COVID. So yeah, so thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so what I brought up to you backstage, Lisa, is something that just happened on Sunday. And I'm bringing this out because you know us, we share vulnerably the stories
Yeah.
that happen in our lives, the little upsets, the little triggers, the things that kind of irritate us, because we want you to know, first of all, you're not alone.
Yeah.
And just because you're on this personal development journey doesn't mean your life is perfect. It means that it's real.
Yeah.
And you, it's better to be real than perfect.
Yeah.
I love my life, imperfect as it is, but I'm always learning. I'm always getting lessons from these things that come my way, the triggers, the irritations, the challenges, right? Because I get to be better and do better, and then I up level, right? My vibration raises. So this is what doing the inner work is all about, right? Lisa, do you resonate with that?
100%. I want to concur with that on so many levels, right?
Mm,
And we've said this before, it's like peeling back the layer of the onion, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
just because you've had a breakthrough, you might have had a breakthrough in one area that you're working on, and
yeah.
then you might find months or years down the road. I don't ever find it's years, but months down the road,
Yeah. For
similar
me, it's
situation.
years. For me, it's years. It can be. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Amazing. But
Yeah.
for me, it seems to be months, and I'm like, shit, that's right in my face again. Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
another layer I've got to go through. It's just another layer of energy that you've got to
Yeah.
peel back, heal, allow space for it to heal, move up and through you. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so true, so true. So yeah, so what happened on Sunday is we celebrated our Christmas because my son and his partner both had COVID during Christmas. So our Christmas was wah wah shut down, right?
Yeah.
So they came over on Sunday, and my son and his partner, very, very, I know this word bothers a lot of people, very woke people. They're very socially conscious. They're very globally conscious, always willing to stand up for the underdog, for his partner is BIPOC. She's also come out as non-binary, so they're extremely conscious of supporting those that
Mhm.
need that support,
Mhm.
because there's a lot of quieter voices because they're not as strong, right? So I'm speaking with all my privilege here as a white female, and so they represent this yeah, I mean, they just are who they are. They're almost 27. They both have very, very incredible jobs, making a ton of money. They're doing really well, living downtown Toronto in a very cool, hip neighborhood. And
Mhm.
so they're not quite like me and my husband, right? So the reason I'm sharing this story is because my child growing up was very much he went along, with what we suggested for him. He was very, very compliant as a child,
Mhm.
very, went along with things.
Mhm.
And, my mom tells cute stories of how, he would just be really compliant, even when, feeding him. Oh, here's another bite for daddy. Here's another bite for mommy. Here's another. So he would eat his old meal, right? And then she had another grandchild who she'd say, okay, here, have another bite. And the other grandchild would throw it up in the air. Like, I don't care about mommy and daddy. Like, I don't want any more, right? But my
Right.
child was always compliant, right? So anyway, I'm sharing this because, you know, as parents, well, as humans, we can easily fall into codependency. Okay. So My understanding is codependency, that we need people to behave a certain way so that we can feel comfortable. We need them to show up approving of us, validating us so that we can feel comfortable, right? So
Mm.
here's what I realized, that for many years, I did have a codependent relationship with my son because he validated me by going along with what I wanted. And now that, like for example, I'm doing this practice that he's questioning, Mom, should you really be doing that practice? I use sage. I use sage. My husband and I use it every day. We do this little, ritual after we go for a walk. We sage each other. It feels good. It's a beautiful practice that we use. And they questioned it. Is this cultural appropriation? Right. So is this something that you should be doing, Mom?
Mm.
So I was feeling kind of shamed, kind of,
Mhm.
kind of guilty about it. Right. And I'm like, well, geez, this feels really good. Well, yeah, should you be doing it though? Right. So they weren't being mean. They were just confronting, right? They were confronting me and I was feeling some shame. And I'm like, I'm not going to stop doing this. Like, this is an Indigenous practice. And, I've talked to some Indigenous friends who are okay with me doing it as well. And why are you questioning me? So
Right.
it felt confronting, and it felt like, wow, here's my child who has always gone along with what mama wanted, and I felt pretty safe with him around. And now it's like, okay, I'm getting confronted. And here's the thing, I don't believe we need to have validation from anybody when we do the inner work and we validate ourselves. So, this for me was another layer of the onion I had to peel off by saying,
Mhm.
you know what? My son doesn't have to agree with me. I still love him unconditionally. And I
Right.
know he loves me unconditionally, but we
Right.
don't necessarily have to agree on the exact same things. And so it's funny. I shared it with a woman who is BIPOC yesterday, this situation. And she said, Elvira, you weren't doing cultural appropriation. You were doing cultural appreciation, because she actually teaches this, right?
Just Tori
And
Jo, so Tori Joe just said, is it appropriation or appreciation?
oh
That
my
was
goodness. Tori Joe, I love you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she confirms everything all the time. So yeah, it's appreciation, because this is a
yeah.
practice I love. We don't have to, we can give honor. Like when I do the ceremony, I honor the Indigenous. When we run our meetings with the Love Your Vibe transformation, we do a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge those that walked before us on this land.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Janet knows about this because she's part of those meetings. So the fact that I was being questioned was,
Mhm.
I believe it was happening for me, not to me, for me to release this sense of needing my son to validate me so that I could feel like a good mother.
I
So
love
I
that.
I realized that I am a good mother. I've done okay. I've done the best I can. I'm sure I wasn't perfect. If I said to my son, if you ever need therapy, I'll pay for it, because if I messed you up, But you know what? I did the best that I could. And today I'm going to stand in my power, and I'm going to listen with respect. I read the articles they sent me. I said, thank you very much for enlightening me. But I'm going to continue doing what feels in alignment for me. And so
Yes.
they need to do what's right for them. I need to do what's right for me. And
Mhm.
that's what I want to share with parents, is that, that codependency, that need for your child to validate you, is
Mhm.
really something that I invite you to get on the other side of that. I
Mhm.
invite you to do deeper self love work so that you don't need anyone to validate you. And it's not just our children. People have codependency with their spouses. My spouse has to show up a certain way for me to feel safe.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, right? So, anyways, I'm going to drop it there. I want to hear what you have to say about
No,
this.
I'm so into this right now. And so is some of these viewers right now. Janet says, I so resonate with this feeling. I'll have it with my kids too. Thanks for sharing this. And do you know what? I am sitting here thinking of my daughter. I have just one child, and I'm thinking the same thing. And I'm learning a lot from it too, because I'm positive that there's a codependency relationship. Although my practice has been frequently to go in and cut cords with her,
Mm,
because sometimes we're too right. And I do want her to live and think freely, how she wants to. So I feel, because I have a strong personality,
mm,
you know me, and I can be overbearing, and sometimes I want to put my views on her. Um, that doesn't mean I don't listen to her and we don't have wonderful conversations. It just, I tend to put my views, I want them to be heard. So that's ego, right? I know that's my ego that needs to be tamed. So I do actually frequently go in and cut cords. That's one way I do it with my daughter, so that I
Mm.
allow her the freedom and the space she needs to grow and expand and do what she needs to do and think how she wants, right? I mean, it's her soul's journey, not mine. And it's your son's
Yeah.
journey, not yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just want to validate you for a moment, because I smudge as well. I know Tori Joe does, and I'm sure there's other people on this page that do. I, that was kind of a trigger even when I heard it, and it's not my son, right? So I, now I wouldn't say as triggered because I'm not as connected. But isn't it so true? Our loved ones that we can't run away from are the ones that trigger
Mm.
us most. They're our greatest
Yes.
teachers. That's another
Yes.
conversation. But I find our children now are our greatest,
Totally.
right?
Totally.
And not in the way that, greatest teacher that you need to come on his side and hear what he's saying, but just to open and expand that maybe there's something still work for
Mhm.
us to do in that area, right?
Yeah.
Um, One thing I wrote
Absolutely.
down when you were saying it is awareness for your son. So it's not just an awareness for you. There was an awareness for him in that moment. In that
Yeah.
moment, I feel I'm going to share what I'm getting. There was an awareness for the two of you. There was a teachable
Yeah.
moment for the two of you in that
Yeah.
moment. And so
Yeah.
just as much as you were, okay, awakened to something, there was something in him that was awakened as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm getting right now. So just so you know,
Okay. All right.
it's for him as well, as much
Yeah.
as it was for you. So I just wanted to share that too. But can I share some of
Thank
these
you.
comments that are coming
Sure,
through?
absolutely. I'd love to hear.
It just says Tori Joe, I plan to connect with the UT tribe. I hope I'm saying that right before we build.
Mm.
Oh, right, because she's building her university, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Building, yeah, to show my respect and willingness to support their heritage and land. See, that's
Love it.
appreciation, right? New,
Exactly.
new to even feeling vibrations and mindfulness, it feels uncomfortable for me. The positivity,
Mm.
affirmations, validations feel foreign and fake. I feel like I shouldn't be doing these things, but I know I should. Okay. I'm
Mm.
not sure who that is, but it's a Facebook user. And then
Okay.
somebody, or Joe, I have been intentional with my kids. They are independent and I support their autonomy. Yes
Yeah.
to the cord cutting. Amazing. And that's what we need to
Yeah.
do. Right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
really, we really is it can be difficult, especially I find, and you have it's your only child as well. I don't know if you find
Yeah.
it this way, but my daughter always says, I wish you had more kids so that you wouldn't be at me as much.
Oh my goodness. He's never said that to me, but yeah, I bet you he thought it.
Like, I
Yeah.
actually want to
Girls are
pull
more
up.
verbal.
No, I know, it's so true because
Yeah.
we anyway, I'm not gonna
Oh.
go into my stuff, but, I think we're doing the best, and I really need to sometimes back off. I know that, that's my own personal journey.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do support I really do support her autonomy, and I
Yeah.
just want to be obviously happy as we all do as moms.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought this topic up. I really am, because it really makes us aware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awareness is so important, and I think this is why we go through our stuff, Lisa, you and I, as healers, as coaches, right? As people that are here to raise the vibration on the planet, to show us that, we can live in a higher vibration. We can manifest miracles, right? You manifest all sorts of amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
And we can do this with our mindset, right? So that's why, I call myself a miracle mindset coach healer, right? Because our mindset can create miracles. And there's always more work to do, right? But just get on the path, because you're going to be learning. Like, I'm going to be learning till I die. I think we're trees. If we stop growing, we're dead, right? So
Yeah.
I am so grateful for this lesson that I get to shed another layer. And you do the cord cutting, which is interesting, because Eleanor Hayward, one of the facilitators of this beautiful work that I've been guided to bring to the world, she talks about how she used to do cord cutting, but now she does this practice that I actually teach it free online. If you go to elvirahopper.com, you can learn the way that I do it, which is called the 4 circles of personal power.
Oh,
And
yes,
it's
I know.
not right. Yeah. So it's not about cutting cords. It's about putting people into the right circle of your personal power, so that you only keep people in the inner circle, those that share your values, those that get you, those
Yes.
that honor you like you honor them. And you know what? I realized on Sunday, my son, I was trying to make him in my inner circle. I was expecting him to behave like
Yeah.
me, but he has different values than me, and he's an amazing human. So now I realize my son is in the far outer circle. Okay. Or as I like to say, I have falked him with love and light, never with scorn and shame. And this is what I teach, how to do it free
Yeah.
online. Grab my free teaching if this
Yeah.
resonates with you. But anyway, so I am so grateful for this opportunity to eat my own cooking, as my coach AG
Yeah.
Morishita likes to say, eat my own cooking. I'm doing the work. And so, but I think about who I would have been, like over 11 years ago, before I had the breakdown that led to the breakthrough, when I was still part of my corporate big pharma, rock star existence. I was a piece
Yeah.
of crap. Anyway, you know the story. But I think about how would I have handled that situation if I had been back then? And
Yeah.
I wouldn't have handled it really
Yeah.
well. I would have looked at him and thought, you insolent child, like how ungrateful you are, and you and your partner, are so privileged to, make so much money and live in downtown Toronto and be able to, be conscious, conscious to humanity and the planet and all of that. They don't do the inner work so much because that's
Right.
not what they believe, right? So I'm spiritually conscious. They're more globally and humanitarianly conscious, right? So we're just different people, but they're amazing and I'm amazing, right? And there's nothing wrong with either of us, right? So if we can try to see each other from that perspective, that people don't have to agree with you, you don't have to have codependency with people in order to feel good. That is
Mhm.
a huge lesson. That's what I learned on Sunday. So anyway, what did you want to share?
Well, I was just going to say something when you said, they're humanitarian. They're not. I think you said, I don't want to misquote you. But they're not the spiritual, more of the
Yeah.
spiritual side. They're humanitarian. I think there's a place to meld both
Yeah.
because as
Yeah.
a humanitarian, if we look at that, and they sound like beautiful people
They
who
are.
just
They're
do
amazing.
good for everybody, and well, that's a spiritual person.
Yeah, their own spiritual. You're right. I'm sort of, yeah, I'm using my definition of spirituality. For
I
example,
know
I
what
said
you
to them,
mean. I know
"Do you
what you
guys
mean.
meditate?" And
Yeah.
and he said, "Sometimes I meditate." And she said, "When I meditate, I fall asleep." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." So it's like they're not interested in that inner work so much as they are in just making the planet better, because they grew up in a generation where they were taught to be stewards of the world, right? To take good care of the planet and its peoples. So I so admire them. That's not the way we were raised. I mean, I'm a boomer. I'm going to be 60 this year, right? We weren't raised that way, but I am so inspired by them, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm,
yet I was confronted on Sunday because I had to shed a layer of that
mhm.
codependency with my child. So I'm
Yeah,
super grateful for it.
I love it. I absolutely love it, and I just wanna go back to a comment here, um, that said, "Oh, Tori Joe, this," and I would like to chat about this a little bit. This morning, I realized because of something Lisa said, we were chatting before, and I know that I need to cut my cords to my mother to support her through her issues. I know I'm
Mm,
adding to her emotions because of my emotional issues. That's huge.
wow.
That
Thank you, Tori Joe.
Yeah, that's awareness. And, like
Yes.
you said, Elvira, it's not just codependency with our children, it's codependency
Yep.
with those close relationships that we
Yeah.
share, right?
Yeah.
Our mother, our father, or whoever, family
Yeah.
members.
Yeah.
It's
Friends too. Friends too.
friends,
I had codependency with
yeah,
friends, two
friends,
best friends of almost 40 years. I had to say goodbye to them. I put them in my far outer circle with
yeah,
love and light. My son, I still have to talk to, but these people I don't talk to anymore. So we can decide what we want to do with the people in the far outer circle. But yeah, so I had to jump in and say that. Thank
yeah,
you.
no, I love it. And spouses, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's huge too.
Yeah.
So, I don't wanna share, but Tori Jo was I don't wanna share because it's personal, so I don't wanna
Yeah.
talk about what we've talked about unless she gives me permission.
Yeah.
Um, but, it was a great conversation, I mean, via private messaging, but the fact that she's now aware that she needs
Yeah.
to do the cord cutting with her mom,
Mm,
and
yeah.
not because what happens is, um, when we are so codependent I love that word, but when we are so, almost like sometimes I feel like I suffocate my child. I'm just going to be
Mm.
open and honest. We're vulnerable here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't love that part of me,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to say that. Sometimes when we're like hovering over top, um, we're not allowing them the space to
Mhm.
grow and be who they need to be, but we're also suffocating the relationship that could be between us.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Great awareness, Lisa. Great awareness.
doesn't feel expansive.
Mhm.
Even when I'm saying that, the suffocate, it doesn't feel expansive.
No, I feel like a tightness here. Yeah, yeah,
I know. So just being aware of that, and it also doesn't allow us to support the other person in whatever they're going through.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
allow us to support them,
yeah,
right? It anyway, that's all I'm trying to say there.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
allow us to
yeah. No,
right?
thank you. Thank you.
Joe, and it won't really allow her to support her mom in the way that her mom needs to be supported if she's on top of her with
Yeah,
all her fear-based emotions. And
yeah,
that goes for any of us, right? Because sometimes I come at my daughter from a fear place. If
yeah,
she's driving somewhere and it's snowing, oh my God, drive
yeah,
carefully, I say, and my husband
yeah.
says, why do you say that? Like as if she's not going to drive. It's true. It's a dumb
Yeah,
thing that I say. It's dumb. I
yeah.
shouldn't be
It's a
saying.
mom thing. It's a mom thing. I get it.
I
I get it.
know, but it really is kind of on top of her instead of
Mhm.
saying, "Have fun, great, see you
Yeah,
later," whatever, you know?
yeah.
Um, Tori Jo says, "You can share. We could all use the positive energy as well. You made me realize this morning as well that I need to allow others to know when I need help.
Mm,
This is hard for me. I can handle
nice.
anything." At least that's what I've told myself. It's so true. She
Yeah.
reached out to me this morning. Her mom has been battling with cancer for 6
Oh, I'm
years.
sorry, Tori
So
Joe.
she reached out and she's asked, for some healing prayers. She's going for a test today and she could really use some help.
Oh,
And so, you know what I would like to do while we're all here is just hold space
yes,
for Rose
yes.
Mom because, wow, like I just want to hold space for her just for that moment. Just breathe love and light into Tori Joe's moment. Just feel her energy. I feel her expansive energy. I feel this healing energy moving through her mom. And know that she is supported fully, fully by the universe,
Mm.
God's energy. It was so powerful and just healing her to her whole, perfect, beautiful self. Thank you. Thank you for sharing
Oh.
because that her energy was really on top of her mom. She was
Mm.
in a fear-based way
Mhm,
on
mhm.
top of her mom.
It's
And
normal.
It
Yeah.
and I said to her in a message, I said, "It's all well and good for us that are not going through that to say,
Mhm.
everything is gonna work out for the best. It's all going to be okay." As you say,
Yeah,
we're sitting in our white privileged. Yeah, I'm sitting here
yeah,
saying that because my mom isn't in that. So
yeah,
I said, "Tori," she said, "I wanna be strong for her." I said, "You can be strong for her when you're with her, but
yeah.
when you're away from her, it's okay not to be strong. It's
Mm.
okay to break
Yeah,
down."
it's okay to cry,
Yeah.
process. Yeah, yeah,
In keeping with our topic of today, I think that when we're not okay, when we don't give ourselves permission, I think that's part of a codependency relationship too. Am I wrong? Like, am I saying that wrong? Um, we we want to. She was almost like on top of her mom energetically.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
was feeling, and
yeah,
so her emotions are not allowing her mom to heal. Does
yeah,
that make sense?
yeah, yeah,
You get what I'm saying
yeah,
there?
I do, I do. Yeah,
Yeah. So I just want people to understand that it's okay to feel whatever it is you're feeling while you're
yeah,
moving through some changes and, cutting cords or putting people in their inner circle or however it is you do. It's okay, but it's okay to feel what you're feeling as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Bring awareness
You
to it.
have to. You have to. Otherwise, if you don't let it out, it's like it's helium in a balloon. If you don't let out those feelings, those emotions, they're going to keep you up here. But when you
Yeah.
let them out and you feel them to heal them,
Yeah.
then the balloon drops and you're calm and there's more peace, right? So this is our work. This is our inner work is to feel the traumas of our past, is to heal them. So I like to say be real to feel and heal.
Oh,
right?
I
You
love
got to
that.
get real. Isn't that great? Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
get real. Yeah.
Hashtag
That's tweetable, right?
tweetable.
Yeah. So yeah,
Say it again. Say it.
be real to feel and heal. And that's what we all need to do consistently, right? This is part of doing our inner work. This is part of, excavating the crap, let go of what you're not, embrace who you truly are, right? We have, past conditioning programming put on us. It's time to let that go. That's what the Love Your Vibe transformation is all about. The unique personal development solution for heart-centered humans that my team and I facilitate. And it's all about letting those layers go so that you get to be who you truly are, a bright,
Yeah.
shiny star, here to serve the
Yeah.
world in a way that only you can.
Yeah. 100%. Tori Jo said that's what it felt like. I wanted to make her better and I was making it worse. And that's what
Great
sometimes we
awareness.
do as great awareness as parents,
Mhm.
we're trying to seek that validation from somebody else. We're trying to make that's ego, right? Our ego
Yeah.
wants to be heard, but what about what I have to say? But this is right, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and we're not, and we're making it worse. We're making
Yeah.
the relationship with one another worse
Yeah.
instead of, I love this, be real to feel and heal, which I want to say, which is why every week when we come on here, we're always talking about something personal
Yeah.
because we want it to be real,
Yeah.
right? We want it to be real.
Amen.
And we
Amen.
want it to be vulnerable and authentic and real. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And our lives are labs. We go through, we test things out, and then we let you know what's happened. And hopefully there's some wisdom from our stories that you can glean and go, oh, wow, thank you for sharing that. I like to think I've made a lot of mistakes, so my clients don't need to. I share the
Yeah.
wisdom that I glean through my stories. So I'm happy to go into the poop and then come out and tell my story. I am so happy to do that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I love it. I love it. Life is an experiment, Tori Jo says. It really is.
Yes, yes. Our lives are labs. If we're helpers and healers and coaches, our lives are labs. That's what I
Agree.
believe.
Agree.
Yeah.
100%. Well, we are at that halfway point. So we always like to honor everyone's time. And I mean, I feel like I could keep chatting forever,
Oh,
but
forever.
I know. So you know what? We are going to have to end this now, sadly. Do you want to end with your singing
A
bowl?
quick little sound blessing? Sure, sure. So I have an
Please.
event with a beautiful woman by the name of Jocelyn Rose on this Friday, and it's almost sold out. There's only 25 spots. Janet's joining us. I'm so excited. So I just wanted to close with a little sound blessing. And actually, I'm going to offer this up for Tori Jo's mom because sound can heal. So I'm just going to do this really quick because we're already over time. But thank you so much, Lisa. This has been amazing. Thank you all for joining us. And I'm just going to close out with to Tori Jo's mother. May you heal. May you heal. May you heal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So beautiful. And I know how much she's going to love that. So thank you. To all of
Mm.
our viewers who have taken the time to be with us, to support us, to love us, we love you. We are so grateful you're here. And again, if this is in alignment with you, please let us know what you got from this. And please like, share, and subscribe. And until next week, we love you all and we will see you then.
Mwah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
3, 2,